10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180!
55, Mike.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
What's the touch?
Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
What's the touch? What's the touch?
Second down. It's Sanders.
They're not ready for this. They still playing
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Butt.
Undercrunch.
3-5-7.
From the gun on third down, wins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
That's how we
I
do
spent
it,
a lot
baby.
of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready? Right. Ball trot. 59.
Right here.
59's Mike. 59's Mike.
On first down, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot. There on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
On the jump ball. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Leo. 22, jet, Bob, ready.
First carry for Darius Geis.
Watch the ship.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 42.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard and slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
It's going to be a long day.
Haskins on 3rd down. Jordan Reed has it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Redskins 7, Eagles nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
I got you, son.
On second down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Tyson.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he connects with Ertz. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Out.
22 jet bomber.
On first down, Sanders. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm here all day.
Wentz going to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 38-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Check 20.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Kill.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eat. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check.
6'6", bullet high.
Check 13. Check 13.
57. Here, shit.
Play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey. His first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will be... as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. Do you think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Geis, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's it, baby.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
59.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Escaping the pressure. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No. I do. As many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
They're usually loud and big.
I got you, punk.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Here it comes. 46 down, man, 5-4.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Right there in the middle, 55.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Here's Wentz to throw. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now run with Geis. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. By there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Big edge, big edge, big edge.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left. This is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Geis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
53, Mike.
Go.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Same on.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down.
Switch.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Henry.
59.
Oh, yeah. 22, Jet Bomber. Here we go. 22, Jet Bomber.
Check 37.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And this is caught for a touchdown. Hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Get ready.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the pass.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Check 3, check 81.
Watch out.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins fighting to stay upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
Ready. 6 yards.
Check 59.
Let him know.
Bravo.
Check 59. Mike, let it go. Mike to 59.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Intended for Paul Richardson.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one to the locker room, start over.
Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
I got you.
Wentz's pass intercepted. The Redskins take over first and 10.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 23 yards to pick up there.
Here we go.
Washington Redskins. First down.
Here we go. To Pittsburgh.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Twist.
Alert 3, alert 3.
On first down, this is Geis. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half.
You ain't going nowhere.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Another run here with Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Check 55, Mike.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10. Down at the 33. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Another run with Sanders. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end.
I got you, boy.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit. But I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep third position and makes the interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'll follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a first and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up second down.
Check, 59.
You're out.
Hey, hey.
This is
He's
Geis.
coming. We got double up.
He's got the first down here
Check
inside the
24,
30.
check 24.
And he'll finally be taken
Go,
down
go,
at
run,
the 18.
run.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Guy showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Nice touchdown, baby. Keep working.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Makes the score Redskins 24, Eagles 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 54 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 180!
Hey, I'm coming after you.
Wentz now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
I'm all over you.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Nice pick.
Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time.
Now, Guy stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
We gonna shut y'all down.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
We're gonna work.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now a handoff, Geis going right. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
We got this.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here. Oh, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. Here's Geis. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Here we go. Here we go. X3. 2-18. Trouble.
I got one. Kill.
Now Haskins to throw it. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver wide open.
You gotta know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Watch the run.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Shit.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sanders, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
5-9. Run.
Wynn's going to try and throw on third. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now wins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Montez Sweat in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Wentz. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
List 5-2.
Watch the edge.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Is a turnover on down.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And checking the timeouts. They do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
Let's go,
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Haskins now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's another Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Orbit.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
It's our time.
Haskins going to try to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
36,
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, baby. Let's go.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Washington, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.